Hello everyone, this is Mark from the Geek Church, and today I'd like to talk to you about buttons. When you were young, you loved to play with buttons. I am not talking about the buttons on, say, an overcoat. I am talking about buttons you can push, buttons like this. There was a button on my stylus, by the way. Imagine if you just had a bunch of random buttons, and when you push the buttons, stuff would happen. Maybe if you push the button twice, something would happen. Or if you pushed that button and held it down, something serious would happen. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Flic. Check it out. Connected buttons as you control your smart devices with a push. We're going to talk about it more right after this. Normally when I talk about a device, I talk about a device that you can buy. Now, you can buy the Flic, but not in this particular package. When a company sends me something, I always look it up on the website so I can put a link to it on my article in case you want to, I don't know, buy it. Couldn't find this on the website anywhere. So what does that mean? Is it exclusive? Nah, on the contrary. As it turns out, you can buy these in other numbers except a pack of 4. And I looked on the website for a pack of 4 and I just couldn't find it. So I just definitely, this is not available. I believe it's sent to people like me for the sake of reviews. But reviewing it, I am going to do right about now. I don't know if there's a reason for me to unbox this because, well, you can't really buy something like this, but we're going to do it anyway. Honestly, I'm just going to open this box just so you can see what this starter kit and what Flic is all about, because it is buttons. And buttons are awesome, aren't they? I love pushing them. You know what? I've already said this in the intro. Anyway, so this particular puppy came with 4 of these buttons, but it also comes with this thing. Now you might take a look at this thing and think it's a white box, and you'd be right. But it's not the box that is important. It's what's on the outside of it, is it? You know what? Most of the time people say inside. It's good. Okay, I'll just show you what's on it. Okay, notice that there is some sort of, is that USB-C? I think that's USB-C. There's also a place to plug in an Ethernet port. There's also an audio port, as well as something else. I don't really know what that is. Anyway, it's marked as a shortcut hub, and we're going to discover why here in a little bit. But first, I want to introduce you to the Flic buttons. The Flic buttons are essentially just this. They are a button with the word Flic on it. Not too complicated, is it? And we're having a hard time getting the Flic logo to appear because it's white and the light might affect it negatively. However, I think you can see the basic concept here. It's a button. There it is. Now you might be thinking to yourself, so what? A button? I could just get a button and just do that. It's like you took that that was easy out of the that was easy button. Something else I want to draw to your attention. Remember how I said that this thing had a certain port on it? Well, as it is important what that port is. I think I could have probably said that better, but hey, let's get to this. Okay, so basically here's a thing that you can plug in the wall. There's a USB port there, USB-A, and there happens to be a USB-A thing here as well as this. And I wonder if this fits into this. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Yep, it's designed to fit in there. You can probably see where I'm going with this. This plugs in the wall and it serves as a hub for all 4 of these buttons. 4 buttons here in this case. But how does it work? What does it do? Well, I think it's time we switch locations to find out more. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I switched to this point of view here. I just went out to my living room. I'm right in front of my television. Why did I go here? Well, in order for me to connect this to the Ethernet, I got to go where my router is, and I have it right by my TV. So I'm just going to connect it to my Ethernet right now, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so it's connected to my router, and I've also had to plug it in the wall. Now, One thing that you have to know about this is Flic allows you a lot of control over a lot of things. The problem is it's good for home automation and stuff like that, but honestly, I don't really have a lot in my home that's automated. But I was able to make it so that by touching this button, it will do this. Granted, I had to drag out my stereo speaker so you could hear that. But essentially, I plugged that in there, and what I did was I simply used the app to set up a certain sound effect. Now, I'm not sure why you would... now, I definitely don't want to say that this is what you want to use Flic for, because honestly, let me show you something. Okay, so connecting a Flic is as easy as pie. On the app, it has this thing that says Add Flic to my phone. You hold down the button for a little bit, and it figures out how to connect to it, which is great. It does that, and then you can decide to name it. Since this is the third I'm connecting, I'll just call it Flic 3. Yeah. Okay, so Flic 3 is connected. I hit finish, and then from there, I can choose what I want to do. And what's great is, I didn't realize this, but there is a lot you can do. There's categories for, there's popular, when there's connected lights, smart home, media, phone control, time management, fitness, communications, just fun, advanced, and so on. So you might discover, like when I did it with this, there's just a sound that's just connected there, just does it every time. Okay, something I just discovered is that you can add these things just to your phone without the hub itself. I didn't know that. The reason why I'm telling you that is because this guy, he's added to the hub and he came with a whole bunch of sound effects loaded in, but when I was trying to do it with the other ones, Flic 2 and Flic 3, I couldn't find the sound effects there. But I got them now, so hey, there's a lot we can do with this. Let's check it out. Okay, so I just set up another Flic, this time with a double click. Ha! Now this particular one I set up so if I hold it, something will happen. Not bad. Okay, so you get the idea. Different buttons will do different functions, or depending on what you program them to do, can result in a lot of fun stuff. Okay, again, I want to emphasize that it's more than just sound effects that this can do with these buttons. They can do quite a bit, but on the your choices may be rather limited depending on what you have. For example, there's stuff for Sonos on here. There's stuff with Philips Hue, Nanoleaf, even IKEA, Logitech Harmony hubs. There's a lot you can do on this, and hey, I think that's great. So really the sky's the limit on this. Now I'm going to check to see if there's something that I have maybe I can use with these things. But I think I might have to use just Bluetooth for that. So hey, let's look at this. Okay, so right now here this Flic is connected to my phone via Bluetooth. So with a double click, it takes a picture of me because I programmed it to do that. But with a single click, it helps me find my phone. Okay, there really is a lot you can do with this, isn't there? In fact, there's so much you can do that they include this little thing of stickers here, so in case you want, I don't know, turn your lights on, listen to music, get a little happy face going on. Basically, your Flic button will know what you want to do. And honestly, I've kind of lost track of these buttons, so what does this do again? Find my phone. Okay, that must be Flic 4. Is Flic 1? Yeah, I think that's Flic 1. Still, you can still do cheap gags. Very cheap. Okay, honestly, there's more to do with this Flic than I can possibly report on in the space of this video. So I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to recommend this product here. I'd love to give you a price, but honestly, for the package that I got, I don't really have a price for that because they don't really sell that. Go to my article and you're going to be able to read all about what you can do with this, and I'll get you a link there for some prices, and you should enjoy your Flics. Well, honestly, I just found that there's so much to do with these flicks, I don't even know where to begin to end. Anyway, I think I'm just going to wrap this up here and wrap up everything for the day. Anyway, it's been Mark Rollins from the Geek Church, and I'm signing off.